Okay, friends, good evening and welcome to all of you from the Youth Ideathon team. I am Sanjeev Shivesh from ThinkStartup, and Youth Ideathon 2023 is in full swing. We are in the second week after the launch of Youth Ideathon, and we have already crossed God knows how many, more than 40,000 students have already participated in Youth Ideathon. Right, so that is the impact, and hats off to all the educators, teachers who are here. This has been all because of you, but the work is not done. We still have a long road to cover, and we need your support. But I will come to that aspect of my talk towards the end of this session. In the first part of the session, I have with me a very exciting person, and I want everyone, all of you, to really to look at the name, and you can see the name written as Dr. Mandi Prasad, right? Professor Prasad Tigalapalli is of entrepreneurship. He was started as professor of organization behavior at NEEM Bombay, and he ran the most successful programs in education institutions on entrepreneurship. And God knows how many young students he have turned into entrepreneurs. So he has a magical pill of telling us how to become entrepreneurs in his own simplistic way. And that is why, Dr. Prasad, we thought that we call this session Dimag Kholo. Now, friends, just for everyone out there, let me go to the message board, and there's the chat. Just giving, we have put this thing also live on YouTube. So just in case you drop out and you by any reason you miss this, you can go to YouTube. We have more than 2,000 registered participants, and already about 300 people are in the Zoom session right now. Now, I and Dr. Prasad go a long way, about 7-8 years now. We met, we bumped into each other for the sheer passion of entrepreneurship education. Not just entrepreneurship education, but to about education, which is not very close, right? So an education which is in time, in tune, in sync with the modern times, which is more student centric, prepares them for the real life, and those are the values that we keep on discussing. And at this FDP, we really thought that why not bring that knowledge, the wholesome knowledge that Dr. Prasad has, the body of knowledge that Dr. Prasad has created through his very active work into learning, and open it up for all the educators. Now, Youth Ideathon, as you are aware, is a platform where we encourage school students to submit ideas and then work with those ideas step by step into a manner where it can be taken to incubation. So I have some good news to share. Again, as I said, I'll share all those things towards the later part. But may I really, in this moment, request everyone to give a round of applause to Dr. Prasad for being with us. And without much ado, sir, may I request you to start the session. We have all school educators. They are doing some amazing work, but I think your practical knowledge, your practical words of advice would go a long way in building this education, a modern, relevant education system, as both of us we keep on discussing. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. It's a pleasure to be with, and I have a T-shirt of the entrepreneurship school TES long back you gifted me. So I love the approach of the entrepreneurship school, and I called you by looking at your profile. Actually, I said that, Sanjeev ji, who are you? How come you are doing this? And we got connected. Like, that's a great thing. Coming back to the session, especially Delhi ka teachers, आपके all of you naman. मैं साउथ इंडियन हूँ, मेरा हिंदी इतना अच्छा नहीं रहता है, टूटी फूटी रहता है, थोड़ा हंसो मत, हाँ, मेरा हिंदी के बारे में. एंड am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Of course, you're audible.
that's wonderful. So, and it's the right time to tune the teachers and especially for the education to put it back to the tracks. Education is out of tracks. And I say that all the problems in society is a reflective of failure of educational system. कोई भी बोलो आप करप्शन बोलो, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बोलो, अभी पढ़ी लिखी आदमी फाइटिंग कर रहे हैं. पढ़ी लिखी आदमी फाइटिंग क्यों करता है? इसकी मतलब है कि वो पढ़ी लिखी नहीं है. सिंपल है. कोई पढ़ी लिखी आदमी फाइटिंग नहीं करता है. If he is genuinely educated. So why they conflict like that? Why the corruption will be there? क्या जरूरी है? अरे तू पढ़ी लिखी है भाई, इसके लिए आपके करप्शन की क्या जरूरी है? So the failure of education reflects the number of problems we have. Rapes. I mean, इतनी बेकार चीज है. So it is really bad. And very important thing as an educator, I am in this business for the last 30 years. And I feel I'm born to be a teacher. ये मेरा नसीब की चीज है. And I came across my wonderful teachers. So मैं मानता हूँ मैं टीचर ही बनूंगा. नेक्स्ट जन्म में भी मैं टीचर ही बनना चाहता हूँ. ये भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है. And you're all, we had around 340 participants are there. Sir, you're all of you. It's a great to be a teacher and great to be a fantastic teacher, great teacher. Rupin ji, namaskar. So nice. And I will give value for this 1 hour interaction for you. बोले तो 340 hours is my count. 340 hours of your time is my count. I value every minute of your time. Anyhow, I came from a very village background, पूरा non-English kind of thing. हम तो मजदूर है, माँ बाप मजदूर है, हम भी मजदूर है. अभी तो प्रोफेसर बन गया. आई एम मुंबई का प्रोफेसर है, बट पहले हम भी मजदूर थे. एंड मैं दिखाऊंगा मेरा मजदूरी के बारे में भी. मैं एक वीडियो भी दिखाऊंगा, ये भी है. And I came from a rural background. I'm a first generation educated. I love education. एक चीज मैं बोलूंगा एजुकेशन बारे में, इतनी एजुकेशन टू रिवाइव इट, बहुत छोटी सी करेक्शन जरूरी है. बहुत छोटी सी करेक्शन. एक्चुअली education doesn't require a big correction. So I tell about, no, I mean, if you go to a grandma saying that the dish is not good, grandma says, hey, don't worry, I will just tell you in a 1 minute how to make the dish excellent. And she comes out with a tip on how the dish can be made into an excellent. Education का भी यही चीज है, and बहुत छोटी सी चीज है. And if you are able to correct that part, education will be coming back to the track. ये मैं बोलने का चीज है. And I am a professor at IIM Mumbai, and I got around 1,000 students come for an MBA program here. Every year, 500 students. We make students entrepreneurs, not only job takers, but also job givers. And I love the kind of thing which has happened for it for some time, the kind of work which I do. So I used to get fascinated by creativity in some kind of a very unique way of teaching. That was my initial intro into the educational system. So from creativity, I went into something else, and I will tell you how and why I went in. And I will start with basically creative part first. Okay. And I will go to my next slide so that I can go. Should I go to my next slide, sir? Taking? Yeah. I don't know whether you're able. Yeah. Just see this slide. These are my school teachers. The नीचे है हाई स्कूल टीचर है गोपाल राव बोल के. क्या पढ़ाते थे इंग्लिश, सिविक्स पढ़ाते थे. क्या पढ़ाते थे, एकदम उनका अंग्रेजी देखे मतलब कितना खुश होते थे कि हम भी टीचर बनना बोल के बोलते थे. Lower leg. His wife is, my madam is there, teacher is there, and I was sitting with him. It's a long back like that. And of course, when I became a professor, I took this photograph. And Beachmaker, all three passed away. Actually, all my three teachers are passed away. Gopal Rao and Raja Reddy was my graduation teacher. Amazing teacher. Actually, I am standing before you because of these three people. They helped me. More than they taught me, they helped me. That's more important for me like that. And now I don't teach them. I help them in terms of how they become the right persons. And top में एक प्रोफेसर है, इनका नाम है प्रोफेसर इनका साइकोलॉजी प्रोफेसर है. And he's a fantastic professor again, Parameshwaran, Raja Reddy and Gopal Rao. So मैं नमन करता हूँ all teachers. You're all great people. We can make wonderful thing. I thought of just showing my school teachers to you and start for that. I will go to the next slide. I strongly believe any learning is valuable. A word is valuable is very important. एक कीमत वाली है. इसमें कीमत है. If learning is not value, ये कीमत नहीं है. Actually ये learning नहीं है. ये आप रखना है. And learning को कीमत वाली बनाना हमारा फर्ज है. If we are not able to make learning valuable, हम क्यों बैठा है? So any learning should also be able to be converted into very valuable proposition. एक important चीज है. दूसरा, when I say valuable, value is hidden in the learning process. No, अंदर है आप देख ले, ऐसा नहीं है. उसके अंदर से बाहर निकालना important है. उनको क्रिस्टल क्लियर हाथ में दिखाना है, important चीज है. उनको टच करना है, उनको खाना है, पीना है. कीमत को इसको पकड़ के करना है. So that's very, very important. I will tell you as we go by what do you mean by value is hidden in the learning. And उसको हम पकड़ना है, उसको हम कैप्चर करना है, उसको हम हार्नेस करना है. हार्नेसिंग इज द साइंस है. बताओ, ये पूरा सोलर एनर्जी है. सोलर एनर्जी को हम हार्नेस करना है भाई. ये बारिश आता है, पानी है, उसको हार्नेस करना है भाई. हम कोई भी चीज दुनिया में होता है, उसको हार्नेस करके उससे हम फायदा उठा के ह्यूमैनिटी को हम हेल्प करना है. Learning is also a science, an activity which can help the students be able to harness the value. And मैं दिखाऊंगा आपको वैल्यू कैसा हार्नेस करना है. एंड बच्चे खुश होना है. कुछ आके पाम पकड़ के बोलना है कि संजीव जी अब क्या किया. अब ऐसा रुपिंदर मैडम आप इतनी हमारा हेल्प किया बोल के पाम पकड़ के जाना, ये इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. सो आई सेड दैट लर्निंग इज वैल्यूबल and value is hidden in the value learning process. We have to take it out, give it to the packet में डाल देना है. उनको पेट में देने के लिए काम होना है, उनको comfort होना है. Value, मूल्य. And this particular process I call it as creativity, innovation, enterprise. Creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship. ये तीन चीज मैं आपको बोलूंगा. And you can see my a video कि मैं तो मजदूर था, मैं बोला ना. तो ये एक चीज है कि आप देख ले, ये वीडियो देख ले. आप देख ले. आप मैं काम अच्छा कर रहा हूँ, बुरा कर रहा हूँ, आप बोल सकता है. मैं प्रोफिशिएंट हूँ, मैं पूरा बेकार आदमी हूँ. कोई मैडम बोल सकता है कि सारी फॉल अच्छा कर रहे, बुरा कर रहे. मैडम आप भी बोल सकते हैं, हमको हमारे को थोड़ा ब्लेसिंग दे सकता है कि अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, तो तुम काम वाला है बोल के बोल सकते हैं आप.
बढ़िया बढ़िया कर रहे हैं सर आप. अच्छा लग रहा है.
मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ कि it requires tremendous skill actually, you know. वो सुई है ना, फट बोल के ऐसा निकल जाना है ऐसा. It won't actually, it will, you know, it will get into your hand actually when you're putting it. Otherwise, exactly, it has to take only that much it's required. That's basically a skill. Anyhow, why I've shown is that As a student, studying all through my life, from school to college to high school to college to UG to PG, I worked as a tailor and I supported my education. My मजदूरी था, मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है, पढ़ने के लिए पैसे नहीं है. हमारा पापा वाइस चांसलर थोड़ी है, प्रोफेसर थोड़ी है, हमारे पास पैसे नहीं है. कॉलेज आना बोले तो खाना जरूरी है. जो हॉस्टल में थोड़ा खाना मिलते थे, थोड़ा स्कॉलरशिप भी मिलते थे, but it's not sufficient. I have to work. So I stitch my pant and shirt. I can stitch pant and shirt of this. Okay, these 385 faculty. Anybody wants it, I can make a piece work for you. It's not a big issue for me. What I mean to say is that I got educated working as a tailor, and I was doing BCom, MCom, PhD. I did it. आप सोच ले, SSC, intermediate, BCom, and MCom, PhD. I did it, and all these 20 years. I used to work as a tailor and supported my education. मेरा एक चीज है कि अरे यार, तो मैं इतना टेलरिंग कर रहा हूँ, मेरा बीकॉम से कौन पैसे क्यों नहीं मिलता है? मुझे एक बहुत अभी अजीब लगता है मुझे. ये तो कॉमर्स है, कॉमर्स में तो ये तो वाणिज्य है, पैसे मिलना है, ये तो इनकम आना है, खाली एक्सपेंडिचर कैसा होता है? So always get surprised to see BCom, MCom, this kind of a education which they extracted money from me rather than giving me work. ये एक important my point देखा था, and this made me to think very, very differently later on. So I'll go to the I'll go forward and then come back to the slides again. So what I would like to show is that anyhow, this is a Newton's cradle. Rarely this you find in the houses of people. I don't know how many of you are 390 teachers have got a Newton's cradle in your home. Anybody has got a Newton's cradle in your home? 390 teachers are there.
No. And even I am a physics student. नहीं है sir.
नहीं होता है.
नहीं होता है.
ये प्रॉब्लम है ना, ये तो ये न्यूटन्स क्रेडिल क्यों नहीं होता है? And I have to get this Newton's cradle for 4,000 rupees on Amazon. मैं पता ये बेवकूफी है यार, इस तरह तो क्या 4,000 रुपए तो मेरा कारपेंटर बनाएगा मेरे घर में. Anyhow, what I do with my students is that I give this piece to my students, MBA students, and say that जाके बेच के आओ, मैं आपको MBA सिखाऊंगा. इतना साफ सीधा बोलूंगा मैं. एंड वो जाके बेच के आता है, बेच के आके बोलता है कि सर इतना अच्छा है. And for every piece they get a commission also, they get it. And when they go out and they do it, when they sell it, they learn MBA thoroughly. So this kind of an MBA is rarely possible anywhere in the world. ऐसा नहीं करता MBA प्रोफेसर. दे बोलता है नहीं 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 नहीं, बच्चों को मार्केट में भी जाना, उनको लैबोरेटरी में बिठाना, उनको लाइब्रेरी में बिठाना, कभी बाहर नहीं बेचना उनको. They're all 23 years, 24 years people actually. And I don't know how many of you 390 people have ever sent to the market तो देखने के लिए, समझने के लिए, कमाने के लिए, एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए. I leave it out. मेरे जिंदगी में नहीं हुआ था, मेरे टीचर्स नहीं किया था, and I do with my students. Anyhow, this is a Newton's cradle, amazing product, which top class physics you can teach to the students, and the student can teach to 100 people physics. Actually, physics difficult is a nonsense. Physics is not a difficult subject. Physics is an easy subject. We made physics difficult by not selling Newton's cradle in the market. This is simple example. I'll go to many other kind of. मेरे पास एक बाल है. This is Atlas. I mean, everybody will have it. But this ball is basically sponge ball. So it is not Atlas which it will be put it like that. You don't broken. Actually, you can play with it like a football. Actually, it can be played with a simple ball like that. Actually, usually we don't find a ball which is playful. ये बीमारी है पढ़ाई का कि what we are learning, we made it into a मूर्ति. भगवान, touch मत करो, pray करो. अरे, this is not for praying, this is for playing. ये बदलावी हम लाना है. And this is made by Chinese product. And Indians are using it. ये बेवकूफी है. And we got a 30 crore school going kids. And उसका चाइना मैप, उसका इंडिया मैप देखने से अब you will laugh at. क्यों बोलो तो चाइनीज कैसा क्या करेगा? वो तो पूरा उनका मैप वो करेगा ना, हमारा मैप थोड़ी करेगा वो. Okay, I give this to my students, ask them to sell it. I'll go to something else and come back. Okay, am I audible, friends?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just showing you one pieces here. This is basically a plastic pieces. I don't know whether you have seen these pieces in the market or not. Anybody seen these pieces which are sold in the market? Anybody? Teachers, Delhi wala, aap dekha hai product?
I've got good answer. Yes, sir. No, sir. In the chat.
Okay, so what they do it is that.
Yes.
When part is shown, no, I mean, you are not able to guess it, but fully shown, you are able to understand it. So this has got the pieces with which it is being made. I compiled it. Actually, compiling it is creativity. And it is absolutely a particular number of pieces are required. So I would like to ask any maths teacher or this thing saying that, how many pieces are required to make this globe, full globe?
Anyone who wants to say, if you can raise your hand, I'll give you an opportunity to talk to sir. Friends, if you raise your hand, then I'll give you opportunity to talk to sir. Rupinder ma'am, can you unmute and speak? Rupinder Kaur, yes. Okay. Sir, I think she's not spoken, but
no problem. So the issue is that these are the pieces which are used to make it.
But in the chat box, we have got some answers. There are answers which says 30, 40, 35, 36, 20, 25.
Good idea. Good idea. But anyhow, is there only fixed pieces required? You can't have a 30, 35, 40, 45. You can't have it. Only one particular number is right.
Yeah.
It can be either 40 or 30 or 60 or something like that. Anyhow, the question is that when you have this globe, so it is covered with this particular kind of shape, which is nothing but a rhombus, a rhomboid. The beauty of rhomboid is that there are two equilateral triangles, and not only the four sides, but also diagonal is also equal. I would like to repeat, not only the four sides, but also the diagonal is also equal. This is called rhomboid. And we require 30 pieces to cover the surface area of a globe. The question is, why we require 30 rhomboids to cover the globe? This is not a Diwali Kandil, it is a mathematical product. It is amazing, insightful product. Not only this globe, a sphere can be done, but it can do amazing shapes can be made. So what kind of shapes can be made, how you maneuver them is a creativity. The question is, from creativity, you go to the money making. How do you create value out of it? So a student can understand what is the creativity part, from creativity part to money making part. This is a ball, but how do you create value out of it is enterprising. Education is not creativity. Education is creativity to innovation to entrepreneurship. It's not understanding. Understanding is not enough. understanding to recovery of value. That is basically the whole idea. So when we have, compiled these 30 pieces in a systematic way, we get this kind of thing. An amazing kind of shapes can be made. I request the Delhi faculty, teachers to pick up these, go to school and teach mathematics with this. We are teaching mathematics. We are not teaching how to make candles. And we can make amazing kind of a shapes can be made. We can come out with the volume, we can come out with the surface area, we can come out with many other shapes thoroughly with this simple piece. I love this piece.
सर आप म्यूट पे हो गए यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ सर
The abracadabra. So I give this to my students, ask them to sell in the market to understand top class design. This is one of the fantastically designed product in the world. इससे अच्छा डिजाइन और कुछ नहीं है. And no house. I ask you, 416 people are there in this thing. How many people have got a product like this? And they talk the science with this. Why they get a back pain, why they get a muscle pain, why they get a neck pain, why they get a hip pain, why they get a knee pain. They will use a skeleton in talk. They rarely. So I make my students to go out and sell this. And Indians are exporting this product to world market and they don't sell in Indian market. This is the sad part of it. So they can understand physics, they can understand design, they can understand.
Okay, listen, I'm putting everyone on mute, sir. You'll unmute, and because I think there is some.
That's better, I think. That's better. That's better.
Yeah. So friends, I have put everyone on mute. And sir, if you want to show, you want to unshare your presentation, then the video will look better. If you unshare your presentation, then
I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, sir, I'm going to unmute you. Can you unmute yourself?
Unmuted, I understand.
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
So this is a skeleton which I give it. Now, why I'm saying is that learning is value creating process. We need to create value in understanding the skeleton. That is my point. We need to create value in understanding what is a globe. We need to create value and understanding what is physics. Everything can be created in such a way that we can create value. So I sold these kind of things, so many pieces through which I made it. This is a simple thing. This is called Jodo. And I use this for teaching algebra for my students. And I make my students to sell this product in the market so that they understand algebra well. And they have to sell it. So मेरा एक ही important चीज है कि all information must be applied. Then only it becomes the knowledge. There is no knowledge directly available in the food stores. There is no sattva strength in the Bornvita. Bornvita has to be digested. Unless Bornvita digested, it cannot become sattva. Information has to be applied, create value, and retrieve the value. Then only the information is knowledge. Then only the information becomes knowledge, and then only the skill is developed. Then only attitude and values are created. So I make this, friends. This is done by Jodo Gyan of Delhi-based company. Jodo Gyan. I don't know how many of you heard about Jodo Gyan. Anybody heard about Jodo Gyan, daily based? Yeah. So I make my MBA students to sell this product to understand how you convert your product into value and value to value creation. This is how I do it. So basic thing which I would like to say is that this is the deficiency of educational system. Educational system is not able to demonstrate value. Yeah, is this made out of straws? Of course, it is made out of straws. Is it Jodo Gyan? Nothing new. But only thing is taking the student, making the student to go to the market, face the customer, doing it and getting the value and writing an assignment is the essence. बच्चे छात्र एक assignment लिखना है. That is what is important thing like that. So I use all these products and work it out. Please understand, I have already shown 1, 2, 3, 4. Newton's cradle, I started. Globe, I have shown it. Then I went to the skeleton. Then I went to the Jodo. अब तक कितना दिएगा 4 दिखाया था. And I also went to the Diwali Kandil. 5 चीज दिखाया. संजीव जी, I am इतना my
और साड़ी का फॉल भी दिखाया.
क्या सर?
साड़ी का फॉल भी दिखाया.
अरे साड़ी का, that's very very important. ये मेरा बीबी का है सर, बीबी का काम कर रहा हूँ मैं, बहुत सीक्रेट काम है वो. But however, I mean, can you imagine? Okay, that's a different issue. Let us not unnecessarily get into that area. And I'll show one thing. This is a saving box. This can be completely decomposed and fixed it like. Amazing kind of probabilities can be taught. And one can have a 0002 999 numbers. One can fix any lock they wanted, and manually it can be fixed. So how do you teach probabilities to the students? This is the best way to teach it. And this is a lock. You put the lock, and if you have created your password, the student has to struggle. And I give this product to my students, say that you जाके बेच के आओ, वो बेच के आता है. So मेरा नारा ये क्लियर है, बेच के सीखो, बेचो बेचो बेचो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो. बेचो बेचो बेचो, बेच बेच के सीखो. शर्म क्यों है भाई? बेचने के लिए शर्म क्यों भाई? खरीदने के लिए शर्म नहीं होता है. सीखने की मतलब है बेचना सीखना है, खरीदना सीखने के लिए थोड़ी है. ये JNU political science should understand. DU teacher should understand. Please understand, we can have a हम क्या चाहते हैं बोल सकता है, but in addition to that, how can I make a value creation should also be understood. ये गलती नहीं है. मैं भी स्कॉलरशिप से पढ़ाई किया था, बट मैं सिलाई भी किया था. मेरा इतनी ताकत है, मेरा इतनी सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस है कि कोई भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता है हमारे को. क्यों बोलो तो हम रोड साइड एक टेलर शॉप बनाता है, वो तो डॉक्टरेट टेलर शॉप बनाता है. अमिताभ बच्चन जैसे आदमी आके हमारा काम लेना पड़ेगा. क्यों बोलो तो हम तो अंग्रेजी है, हम तो पढ़ी लिखी है, हम तो बिठा के काम भी करवाते हैं, स्टोरी भी सुनाते हैं हमको. So value creation is an advantage for a human being. The education from PG to KG should be able to create out of it. And I am demonstrating very simple process. This is a product. आपको ये समझ में आया आपको? सर ये समझ में आया? This is a simple product. Actually, I can completely, decompose it and I can compose it. Whatever the number I wanted. सर ये समझ में आया आपको? संजीव जी? संजीव जी?
Yes, got it. हाँ, समझ में आया सर.
ये पूरा लॉक है, and I'll just put lock for this. Automatically it will. If I put the 000 as it is, so if I change it, and it won't come unless I put 000 again.
Yeah.
So I can put 0002 999, any number I can put it. So kid can play with the dad and dad can play with the kid. चलो इसमें 100 रुपए डाला है, पापा बोलेगा चलो बेटा मेरा शर्त ये है कि if you can open this and the challenge is this, within 3 minutes you have to open it. And I say that if this is divided by so much, multiplied by so much, and no, this thing, that number is that, you just give a tip to him and he has to open it in so and so time. If you can't do it, you will lose it. Like, so this can be done by kid on the father and father on the kid and teacher on the student, student on the teacher. Anybody can do this. And this product is such a simple product as it is available. So friends, we need to come out with an amazing kind of a productive methods of learning. Productive means they are creative, they are innovative, they are right? I mean, this is productive means cashifying, money giving, value giving. This is what we should understand. So I make my students to sell roller scales. A lot of people, they don't know what is a roller scale. The पढ़ी लिखी आदमी को मालूम है भाई आने saleable product. हाँ सही है. There are a lot of people, they don't know what is a roller scale.
Yeah.
खाली बड़े बड़े प्रोफेसर का बेटा को ये बहुत मालूम है, तो मैथमेटिक्स प्रोफेसर है, वो मालूम है, बट गांव में है उनको क्या मालूम है इसका. And we can use amazingly different. Actually, we can develop engineering mind only through this kind of simple products which can be used so well. Like this is a paper pen. The paper का पेन है, पेपर से बनाया था. And इसमें क्या है कि seeds है, इसमें एक कैप में seeds है. And paper is gone and you put it in the mid में मट्टी में रखिए and it becomes a tree. Yeah, seeds will be there. No, it's not that products are there. We have to make the students to go out and sell it, create value. दुनिया में हर चीज है, उससे हम कीमती निकालना है. ये इंपॉर्टेंट चीज. अब मत बोलो कि ये है तो क्या बेटा. बेच के सीखो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो. बच्चे पूछेगा मैं क्यों बेचूं, मैं कैसा बेचूं, मैं क्यों बेचूं. बेटा यही है दिमाग खोलने का चीज, यही है, और कुछ नहीं है जिंदगी में. मैं क्या बेचूं, मैं कहाँ बेचूं, मैं कितना बेचूं, मैं कितने में बेचूं. जिंदगी में और कुछ नहीं है. रिलायंस अंबानी का यही चीज है, संजीव जी का यही चीज है, हर एक बंदे का यही चीज है. कोई भी, इवन प्राइम मिनिस्टर का भी यही चीज. मैं कहाँ पूछूं, मैं कैसे पूछूं, यही चीज है. भाइयों बहनों, वही चीज है. पूछेगा कैसा लेना है, वोट कैसा लेना है. सो फ्रेंड्स, we have to convert learning into earning. ये शर्म की बात नहीं है 21st सेंचुरी का. ये shops where values are created, value is created, values are created. Value and values are one and the same. भैया, value is पेट के लिए काम आता है, values is for दिल के लिए काम आता है. I'll repeat, value belly के लिए काम आता है, belly खाना. Values दिल के लिए काम आते हैं. कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है, डिफरेंस नहीं है. So actually value में value है. Economics and ethics are nothing but one and the same. There is no economics and ethics different. A lot of people say economics is different, ethics is different. I was reading a book. Gandhi's Economic Thought. क्या लिखा है? बोलता है कि this is the banda who spoke about politics, economics and ethics all in one. This is the only gentleman who spoke all three in one tone. Separate नहीं है. Economics, ethics, and politics. अरे क्या बड़ी बात है. Yeah. So somebody was telling that craft items in school. So I request you saying that take up standard products. Don't take up craft products like that. Take up standard products which are there available so that it becomes easy. Why I say is that I'll coming to very, very important kind of thing. This is a book from NBT, National Book Trust. And I make my students to sell this book on, you know very well, on which day, April 14th I made. And NBT वाला खुश हो गया, बोला कि सर एक प्रोफेसर हम देखा है अंबेडकर का किताब लेके बच्चों को देके बेच गाओ बोल के होता है. फर्स्ट टाइम वी हैव लिसन टू सर, एक प्रोफेसर बोलता है कि अंबेडकर किताब बेच के तो अंबेडकर को समझ सकता है, पढ़ सकता है. या Ambedkar for me is not a reading kind of thing. Ambedkar can be understood when I make meals out of Ambedkar. मेरा पेट में खाना भी मिलना है तभी मैं अंबेडकर को समझता हूं. रट मारने से मुझे समझ में आता है, अंबेडकर समझ में नहीं आता है. Somebody saying my voice problem. मेरा वॉइस तो एकदम सही है जी, गीता जी. So the idea is that I make my students to sell. It's fine, sir. No, sir. Yeah. So I make my students to sell Ambedkar book on that. We should sell every freedom fighter's biography like this. NBT, all books should be sold by students. It's nothing wrong. Actually, when they sell it, they understand far better. So I sell this and I sell this also. And दोनों को मिलकर मैं बेचता हूं. दोनों को मिला के बेचता हूं. मैं बोलता हूं कि ये ले ले ये फ्री है, ये ले ले ये फ्री है. अरे मेरे लिए क्या प्रॉब्लम है? मेरे लिए थोड़ी है. ये तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दिया है, ये तो फ्रीडम दिया है. ये तो ये भी दिया है, ये भी दिया है. दोनों दोस्त ही है हमारे लिए, दोनों भी इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे लिए. So I sold 5 lakh.
अब कितनी किताबें बिक चुकी है सर?
हाँ जी,
कितनी किताबें बिक चुकी है? How many books you have sold?
5 lakh books I sold with this. 5 लाख. एंड ये शुरू किया है एंड हर यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं करना चाहता हूं ये. मैं I felt so happy to sell Ambedkar on April 14th. क्या है, मजा आया मुझे तो. एकदम ऐसी हुआ कि एकदम किक आया मुझे. क्यों बोले तो अंबेडकर को भेजते नहीं, अंबेडकर किताब भेजते नहीं है एंड बच्चे पढ़ता है इसमें. What marks Ambedkar got? It is written. It said that he got least marks in graduation, but he became 2 PhDs in abroad. He got least marks in graduation. A important चीज है कि you get a low marks doesn't mean that you can't become a 2 PhDs abroad. ये चीज है. So we come out with an amazing kind of products are available in the market. We have to pick it up. आप देखो आप देखो हम क्या है, एलिफेंट को भी डांस करवाते हैं. देखो क्या है कि एलिफेंट नो एक डांस करता है. ऐश्वर्या राय डांस करता सोचता है ऐश्वर्या राय थोड़ी है, तो एलिफेंट को डांस करना ग्रेट है. ऐश्वर्या राय डांस करने में क्या बड़ी बात है यार. I request school teachers to look at these things. These are available in the market. I love to do this kind of a work for teachers. संजीव जी, I request you an opportunity. मेरे सैलरी से मैं टिकट लेके मैं आऊंगा, दिल्ली आऊंगा मैं. हम भी आम आदमी वाला है, उसको वो पार्टी वो नहीं है, ये तो पूरा आम आदमी का. आम आदमी बोले तो सामान्य आदमी की बात है, हम वो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Okay, so these are all the products which can be created and please, these are all available in the market. Please understand, there is no need to make anything. बच्चे एकदम समझता है, they go ahead with that. top class physics wala NIT IIT wala ko पूछ रहा हूं मैं. This is basically a magnets which are reverse created, and then they will be a toilet में होना है. A physics toy should be there in toilet so that smooth motions अच्छा होने के लिए ये बहुत काम होता है. वो खेलते रहता है, motion होती रहता है. These are the toilet products, and people should spend time in toilet, maximum time like that, so that they will be able to understand.
You've gone mute. Just give me a second. Please unmute.
Yeah, I brought this from Patna, and I don't get it anywhere. Sir, कुछ बोल रहे आप?
No, सही है.
पटना से लिया मैं. This is not available. अच्छा दारू बॉटल मिलता है, ये नहीं मिलेगा मार्केट में. दारू बॉटल सस्ते में मिलेगा, वो फ्री भी देता है. 2 लेने से 1 बॉटल फ्री भी देता है, ये नहीं मिलता है. So, my dear friends, what I mean to say is that there's an amazing kind of an opportunity for us to create products. There is no need for us to create products.
Fantastic, sir.
This is what do you mean by quality for a student? You should understand.
So, sir, we have about 5-7 minutes. It's 5:24.
Yeah.
Would you?
I'll go to the screen. I'll go to
Yeah.
the screen and then work it out. Yeah.
Audio नहीं आ रहा है सर.
This is a normal thing which we see in railway stations where uneducated child labor will be doing. Actually, child labor is because of they don't have an education. And the same child labor, if they do this activity part of the regular curriculum, they find amazing kind of food for them they get educated. And the same thing if they do higher education, graduates of IITs, IIMs, and undergraduate students, they do it, they don't find the problem of unemployment. The problem of child labor and unemployment is only because we are not engaging the students in a proper way like that. There's a reason I brought this particular video. This is how they do it. Look at how the Ambedkar book is being sold by them. Look at the police people are, and they're wearing a t-shirt and then doing it like that. So these are the number of companies which are created. The students who went through this process, they came out of like that. Selling is one of the first steps in this process. Application of knowledge is one of the important process. And from there, you can build up the organizations very easily. Once you understand the first step, second, third, fourth step becomes very, very easy. And second thing is, enterprise should be started very, 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 very tiny, small, part of regular education. As a general living, it should not be a separate, additional outside giving those. No, it is not. It should be natural way to be done. It's like a breathing. If I am spending money, I have to earn money. That's all. That's a very simple kind of thing. There is no need for extra doses from outside. So enterprise can be created part of school system in a natural way. And I say that let the student earn every day 10 rupees, 5 rupees, part-time work, and using the regular curriculum. This is what enterprise. And these are most of the companies are there, which you can see here. Actually, there are good companies from Delhi. Especially the companies like Laltan is from Delhi College. Similarly, of course, they are all NITI passed out later on. So you can see them. These are all Freecom Mall, Twifers. These are all companies which came out many over a period of time. बहुत सारा students के no, basic idea is that once they understand selling, they get a confidence and they can do it. That's the whole idea, and slowly we can build it up. We can be able to take to the higher levels. So my point to all of you is that we have to create in a mass level, hundreds, thousands kind of people should be able to put it like that. On Ambedkar Day, you ask every student to sell Ambedkar book 1 copy. Nothing wrong. It's not a crime. That's way how enterprise can be created.
So can we take some questions, sir?
Yeah. So these are some of the 2 unicorns are there. The people who have done a great unicorns, they were here and they were there. I love to have questions from you, please. Yeah.
Right. So, sir, if you unshare your screen, yes, now I can see you well, nicely. My first question to you is, we are doing this youth ideathon for bachas, school students. How should teachers help them come up with ideas?
Good idea. So ideas, basically, when we force them, they come out with many ideas. But second thing is that before even getting an idea, they should be able to implement an idea, very, very idiotic idea. So I request you very clearly that let them take a very, 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 very simple idea and implement it. So once they implement, in implementation, they find out many other ideas.
Okay. So secret is to try doing something, and there your new ideas start coming to your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Idea should follow implementation rather than implementation should precede idea rather than idea.
So Rebecca Lepcha, she has written that my son bakes cakes and other confectionaries. Is that relevant to what we are discussing?
Wonderful. Wonderful. I say that rather than he himself baking it, what I suggest is that let him take competitors' baking products and then go out and sell it. Competitors' products.
Yeah.
अभी उनको समझ में आता है कि कंपिटिटर्स में क्या है, हमारे में क्या नहीं है.
Yeah. Anurag Parikh, you have few questions. Would you want to ask? You can unmute and ask your question. Anurag Parikh, if you're there. Anyone who has question, you want to unmute and ask question? You please, if you have question, please raise your hand and then we can ask questions from.
And I also invite you that I have got a YouTube channel called Mandi Sir, MANDISIR. Mandi Sir. Please, I request you to go and see it like that. Yeah, making is an amazing kind of thing. But I request people that you should not start enterprise with making. I say that you start with selling.
Okay. So one of the big message that we are hearing from one of the big message that we are hearing from Professor Mandi Prasad, right? So Google Professor Mandi Prasad, you will find lots of link on YouTube. He runs great program, and his first message is sell, and when you start selling, you start getting ideas, right? So that's one message. Any teachers who you have any question, I can take a few questions, or Swati Mane, would you like to ask your question? Please unmute.
Good evening, sir. Sir, can you hear me? Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I'm Swati Mane and I'm from Gyan Bharati School, Sakir.
That's fine, Swati.
Yeah, sir, I would like to ask if I'm getting it correct, that if we sell a particular product, we go into the details of it and that is how we get a learning in return?
Yeah, good idea. Please understand, when somebody is implementing the information, it is not a business, but he will be understanding why the information, how it should be done. Please understand, somebody asked me a question saying that is an education is a business. Actually, I request you to have a look at these are the basic fundamental books. So where Gandhi was mentioning about it, Gandhi has got a very fundamentally different ideas. It doesn't mean that value creation is a business. I have to stand on myself doesn't mean that I am making business. पेट के लिए काम करना ये business नहीं है. That's what today. We can take more time as we go by, but anyhow, I request you to see Mandi Sir, MANDISIR, Mandi Sir videos on YouTube.
Fantastic. So, anyone else who has questions, parents hardly agree to send, okay, to develop what are the basic things. Kalpana
Actually,
will touch
somebody was
that
asking
question.
me, somebody was
Yeah.
asking me, what should I do with, I got an idea.
Yeah,
Action is more important than ideas. There is no model.
Yeah.
You have to act and then develop a model. I'll be happy to have a little longer session so that I'll be able to make.
So we can plan another session, sir, in some time. I think to all the educators out there, you got the first flavor of your interaction with Professor Mandi Prasad, Mandi sir, and we will at some point again plan another session with all of you. We'll plan a masterclass with Mandi sir, and for the time being, we are at the end of the planned time. Before I close. Vani Sharma, you want to ask question, and Kishan Chand Gupta, you ask. Yeah, Vani, please.
I'm from Police DAV, sir. Good evening to all
Yes.
members. Kindly let me know the YouTube channel again, sir. It is very useful for children. I would like to subscribe.
Mandi sir. I'll share. Vani, I'll share with you. Mandi sir YouTube channel.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, Kishan Chand Gupta, your question. Kishan Chand Gupta, your question. Okay, Kishanji is not asking. But friends, before we close, I have few things. We have shared a little bit. We still need your help. Vani, we still need your help. Your school has done well. Many of you, your school has done well. We want every class, right? We want most students from class 4 to class 12 to be participating. I have a small strategy for you, which we have discussed from some of the schools which have done a lot of participation. From grade 4 to grade 12, if you can form 3 teams in every section, you are easily going to get about 30, 40 teams. 30, 40 teams means about 150 to 200 students. We think all of you can do. We have only about 10 days now left for youth Ideathon. It has fantastic prizes and we need your support. On Saturday, we have another amazing session coming up. We have Mrs. Anita Karwal, and she was the Education Secretary of Government of India. She wrote the NEP and the NCF. And Anita Karwal, she has written a book called The Power of Curiosity, and she is doing a session with all of us on Saturday. You will get the link. Saturday, it is at 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. It will also be live webcast on the YouTube. With this, I'm done. I can take one question from Sonia. Sonia, please ask the question. Sonia, yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm from Bharati Vidya Mandir School, Ludhiana.
Yes.
It's a very nice experience I have got from the very first day I have joined this youth ideathon. And being a teacher, I'm getting daily very good ideas. And whatever I learned today as a math teacher, I think this should be for our student also. That's why I'm asking that how we can give these ideas to our students. Actually, directly.
हम लोग बच्चों के लिए भी करेंगे मैम. एक सेशन हम लोग प्लान करते हैं बच्चों के लिए भी. Give us some time. Our all schedule is fully packed, but we will communicate with you. I hope all of you are part of the WhatsApp group. We will communicate there. Mandi sir and we are very close. And I'll ask him, sir, एक बच्चों के लिए भी एक सेशन करना, दिमाग खोलना है वहाँ भी, right? So we have to do a session with the kids and another one follow-on session with the educators. So we will be in greater touch to all of you, right? Can we call it a day with your permission, sir? Right now, teachers and everyone, since you're all there, can I all request to give a huge round of applause to Mandi sir for presenting complex subject in such a simple manner. Everyone can present the same thing in more complicated manner, but what Mandi sir has done is simplified the knowledge, simplified the messages, and he's asking us to be brave in trying out simple things. So, dear teachers, can I request and all of you to give him a huge round of applause from me, sir? A salute to you. right? So with this, friends, we call it a day, and I'm ending the Zoom session. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a great